it's Bendy Sanders. Colonel Sanders approves this video. Alright, so I made this video to tell you guys about my worst day of my entire life. Here we go. Alright, so this is two stories in one. One happening last year and one happening this year. Well, I guess I should call it days then, I guess. Gameplay is NBA 2K16, Clippers versus Cavs, Clippers all day. Alright, let's get into this. Alright, so it's 2014, it's August, first day of school, freshman year. I got my CPs on. I got my jeans, my blue jeans looking so clean. And I got my polo shirt. And I ain't had no hair, so I just had my my hair cut like low, like a number one. And I had seen this girl in gym. Yo, she had the little hoop earrings. She was looking fine. She was looking good. So I had, I'm kind of a shy person, but I don't really care. It's the first day. So I want to go talk to her. I was like, hey, baby girl. She's like, hey. And we started talking. And then like 2 months go by, right? And she gives me her number. No, not her number. She gives me her kick. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm in there. So we start talking about what she wants to be when she grows up, like what I want to be. So I'm like, all right, cool. And like, oh my God, I'm so dumb for doing this. The next day, it was a weekend that we were texting, and then the next day in gym class, I had asked her to homecoming, and oh my God, it was like 2 months before homecoming. I wanted to get in early so nobody would ask her. This girl was fine, so I'm thinking like a bunch of people would ask her, and she's like, oh, nobody's gonna ask me. Nobody's gonna ask me. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I was with my friend, and he said, oh, you got burned, because, she kind of said no. I'm just like, damn, shut up, nigga. All right. Yeah. And then, the same day that I asked her to homecoming, she was like, after we went out and got dressed and stuff, we were about to leave to go to lunch. She's like, oh, she pulled me aside. It's like, oh, can we talk? I'm like, yeah, sure. She's like, oh, I've been hearing rumors that you like me. I was like, hold up, baby girl. It's like my heart was racing because, I really had like feelings for this girl. So I was like, yeah, it was good. And she's like, oh, well, I like you too. And I was just like, damn, like my whole life just flashed before my eyes. I'm just like, hold up, I just met you. Like, usually, like, when girls like me, it doesn't go that fast. Like, I got to get to know them first. But I was like, cool. I was like, oh. And then I remember what I was doing, too. Like, we were texting. I was about to hop in the shower. And she had texted me. And she was like, oh, well, do you like me? Because I like you. And I didn't know how to answer. Because, like I said, I'm kind of a shy person when it comes to females. So, I was like, yeah. And then that's it. I just stopped talking to her in person. I only texted her. Like, I don't know what happened. I just, stopped talking to her. And then comes freaking homecoming. You used to, I guess he got tired of, not texting. I mean, not, talking in real life and texting. So, it's when I first started getting my mohawk, I went in the barber shop, tried to change it up a little bit on her homecoming. So I cut the sides off. I had a little top, barely any hair, but you can see it was there. So I'm at my boy Jonathan's house, getting ready. As you can see in the thumbnail, I had my tie, I had my shirt, I got my shoes. I was looking clean. Got my pants, I was looking clean, boy. So I get to homecoming with my boy. He picked up his girl at the time, and we get to homecoming. We get in the gym. I'm dapping everybody up and saying, yo, what's up? I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm dapping everybody up. I didn't see her at first because it was hella dark in there. And, I wasn't really worried about it at the time because, I just got there. It's when it just started. The dance just started. So, I'm chilling with friends, chilling with my boy and his girl at the time. And we just cooling. And I see her walk in. I don't know how I knew, but, my eyes just was, fixated at the gate. I just, I just looked at her. And here this girl was, man, holding hands with another dude, bruh. I thought we had something special, man. Then I was just like, that's messed up. That's real messed up, man. And I was just so mad. And I kid you not, the moment she stopped holding hands with the dude. She came up to me and she was just like, hey, I looked her in the eye and just walked away. And everybody's like, oh, why you not talking to her? I'm just like, nah, bro, just forget about it. And that was the end of that. We eventually became friends, like really good friends. But after, like, before that, nah. Shout out to the girl though. Don't want to say her name, you know. But this next one, this one burns the most. This happened a couple months ago. So after the burn from Homecoming 2014, 2015, I was ready. I was so ready, so ready. When I tell you I'm ready, I'm like ready, 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 ready. So I planned it in months in advance. I was talking to this girl named for this video. Let's call her Michelle. I was talking to Michelle for months and months. No, not months, but throughout the summer. And like, she's the type of girl that really doesn't text back, so it's kind of hard to actually talk to her. So when we got back to school, I gave her a hug or whatever, you know. And then the first day we took a picture or whatever, and we took a picture. Right? I'm hyped. I was hyped as hell. It's like, oh, I think she liked me. I think she liked me. And like, you know, I got the girls on the inside, like who are her friends who helped me out. It's like, oh, Cameron said this, Cameron said this. So we were talking about Homecoming when I was like, it was like late at night probably. And I was like, who you on the Homecoming? She's like, yeah. I'm just like, oh, it's not. I bet you're going to be looking fly. And then she said, you too. But you know how to put the little kissy face because, you know, girls like kissy faces. You feel me? So I went to school the next day. And I was planning with my friend, with my homegirl Marie. We was planning, so she had made this big sign. She like, will you go to Homecoming with me? It was like on a blue piece of paper. Matter of fact, I still got that paper. I'm looking at it right now. It's a big like piece of paper, right? All right. Then I went to the gym later that day, and the thing about my gym is it's next to a Publix, so I went to pick up some dark blue flowers and a cake, you know, a little something, something. So the next day, I get to school. I have the cake in my backpack like an idiot, and I have the flowers like out in the open. So like I don't know what it's about it that day because she usually stands in one spot, but this girl was walking around. So I'm like walking with my friends, you know, holding the flowers, and he was like, "Oh, who'd you get that from? Get that for?" I'm like, yeah, "Don't worry about it, girl." And she walks like near me, and I bolt. When I tell you, I ran so fast, 'cause I didn't want her to be like, I didn't want to ruin the surprise or whatever. And it was all Gucci because he didn't see me, so I couldn't really hold the cake because I had my books and stuff in there. So I went to my teacher and asked her, can she hold the cake in the refrigerator? She's like, yeah, all right, cool. So lunchtime, lunchtime happened. So I was nervous as hell. I don't know what it is about me, but like when I get nervous, I kind of sweat a lot. Like my face was just tripping. I was nervous. And everybody can see. He's like, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, "Yeah." So we get the cake and we get the poster, and we're just in a courtyard, and we're like gathering around, and like you know those females who got no mans, they be taking Snapchats or whatever. So somebody went to go get her, and I had the flowers behind my back, and like a couple of my friends are holding up the sign and it read, "Would you go to Homecoming with me?" And I had the flowers, and she was like, "Oh my god!" She's like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" I was like, "Hey, it's gonna work." She took the flowers, she took the cake, and I was like, "Will you go to Homecoming with me?" She said, "Yeah." So I was like, "Cool, happiest day." Until later, a couple weeks from now, like, all right. So I got home and she was like, "Oh my god, oh my god." I can't even describe what you just did. I was like, true, true, true. So she said, what are we doing for Homecoming? I'm like, what? I thought I was just gonna take you. She said, I guess she kind of snapped on me. She was like, you asked me to Homecoming, now what's the plan? I'm just like, damn. So she said, what are you wearing at Homecoming? So I was just like, black. And because I didn't really have a plan, to be honest, I just wanted to take her. She asked me what I was wearing. I was like, black. She's like, well, I'm wearing yellow, and I'm like, oh, I don't have a yellow tie or whatever, or something like that. She asked me for a tie. I said I didn't have a yellow tie, and she said, oh, I'll buy you a yellow bow tie. And I thought that was really sweet at the time. Still have it actually, but She bought me a yellow bow tie, and she was just texting me. She said, we go to Tutti Frutti, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So the day of the homecoming comes. It was Saturday. I remember the day like it was yesterday. You know, I had my mohawk. It was fully grown in. I was, curling my hair with a curl sponge, like a light skin. So, I was doing it for like 20 minutes, and she kept texting me like, "Oh, come to my house." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I came to her house, and she wasn't even there yet. Her dad answered the door. Oh God, the most awkwardest thing I could ever imagine. She came like he answered the door. Was like, "Hello." I'm like, "Yeah, is Ashley here?" He's like, No." I'm like, "Oh, like she told me to come." And she's like, "Well," and then she pulled up in the driveway. I was like, "Thank God." So I sat on her couch with her dad because she wasn't even ready yet. So I sat on her couch with her dad watching Teen Titans Go or whatever. She came out looking hella fine, bro. Just like damn. She was looking hella fine. So me, her sister, and her little niece got in the car. We started banging on black music. Like what's his name? What's that nigga name? What's his name? Damn, I forgot his name. Yeah, remember his name. His name was Kodak Black. We was just in a Kodak, and we was just in the car, banging. I was doing a Lil B cooking dance, looking fly. And we in the Tutti Frutti. I had no idea I had to pay, but like I brought my wallet, so I paid for the Tutti Frutti. She's like, "Oh, thanks." And her sister, we were sitting at the little table. I don't know if you've ever been to Tutti Frutti. It's not a big place. We sat at the little table, and her sister had left us alone. I was like smiling. She's like, "What?" I'm just like, "I can't believe you said yes." And I started laughing or whatever, like chuckling. She's like, "Oh," I guess she kind of laughed too. So we go back in the car. I had to open the door for her because that's the man I am. And we went to go pick up her friend, right? And the time we get to the dance, it was like probably like 7:30, right? And then we go in, I'm waiting for her because we got separated a little bit. So I was waiting for her at the door, and like she gave me a hug or whatever, and she just said, "Oh, go dance with your friends." I'm just like, hold up. I asked you to homecoming, like what's the deal? But of course I didn't say that because I was like, okay, I was figuring we are gonna dance later at the slow dance. I was telling my friend Marie that maybe we can dance at the slow dance. I was dancing with other females, whatever. I don't know, that kind of sounds messed up, but that's just the way it happened. But the slow dance came on. It's like a real old song. It's like a slow dance, so I asked her if I can have this dance, and she was just like, "Oh, but it's like a Haitian dance or whatever." I'm just like, "So can't you teach me?" She's like, "Nah." And then I told her like I really really liked her, and then she was like, "Oh, but I think of you as a friend." I'm just like, "Damn, like we couldn't at least dance, like." Damn, so I dap her up or whatever, and like all the homies is like, damn, isn't that your date? I was like, yeah, my nigga. So I want to go dance with a ton of females that night. Yeah, bro. Homecoming's just like not been good. I don't know, man. Maybe next year, man. Alright. If you actually listen to the whole thing, I appreciate it. My first video. Appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. Peace.